We have a new summer camp slasher. Is it the next Friday the 13th? Is it the next sleepaway camp? Anything like that? Well, no, it's very much its own unique thing, and many people are probably not going to be pleased about that, but I had a good time. You definitely need to know what kind of movie this is going into it. I was curious because it is co-directed by Finn Wolfhard and Billy Bryk and co-written, and they also star in it, so I wanted to see what they would put together. And if there would be any kind of interesting spin on something that we have seen done in horror many, many times. I have my issues that I'll get to later, but I want to start off by singing the movie's praises a little bit. This is something that's very much focused on the characters and the comedy. You really need to know that going in. It's very lighthearted, and for me, the comedy worked most of the time. It's very much centered around a lot of these characters being idiots, or just weird, or cringy, awkward, dorky people, and just the reactions that they get from other campers. A lot of it was very effective. There were a lot of laughs in my theater, and it really does focus on the characters a lot more than movies of this type might typically do. Most of the individual characters stand out. They're unique from each other, and a certain handful of them are likable, and I found myself rooting for them, and I did not want them to die. Even one character in particular who, at the beginning, I honestly thought they were gonna die first, because they were kind of annoying and an idiot, and I was like, this person's not making it. But then as the movie went along, I even got attached to that character, and by the end was rooting for them. It's kind of a coming-of-age story for the main character, played by Fred Heckinger, who is 24 years old. He's been working at this camp many years in a row. His mother doesn't want him to do it anymore. She wants him to get a start with his actual life, something that is going to be beneficial to him in the long run, rather than just working at this camp over the summers. But he just keeps coming back. He's too afraid to depart from it and do anything else. And so this is about his growth, and some of the side characters have their own arcs as well. It's actually genuinely focused on the characters' growth and relationships, and I was rooting for them and laughing a lot along the way. I thought the direction was pretty solid. I believe this is the feature debut for both of these guys, but I thought they did a good job. I thought the editing was good as well, especially comedically. There were a lot of good cuts, a lot of good funny transitions. As for the killer reveal, I had a really good idea in my head. I thought, I'm onto you. I know what you're doing. I got this figured out. I was completely wrong. Like, not even close, actually. There's another part of it that I did figure out. But even if you figure out the entire thing, they do something interesting with the structure of the movie, where they kind of show things in a different order than you might expect them to, that I don't know that I've really seen done before in a slasher, not that I can think of off the top of my head. It kind of changed the tone of things, and it kind of changed my opinion towards the mystery, where even though I didn't think the mystery itself was all that compelling, even once you find out the answers, just the way that they play with the series of events and the timing of things changed my expectations and made me wonder, okay, where are things going to go now? It actually got a little bit more unpredictable, and like I said, the tone changed to be something that I hadn't seen before. I wasn't really a fan of the killer's motives. It's not a huge deal because the movie is very lighthearted, it's very goofy, but still, the motive was something that I've seen done before, something I've seen done better, and there's not really any good setup for it. It feels kind of tacked on. One of the reasons my brain was going where it was initially going was because I was thinking about the motive. And then by the time we got the actual reveals and the actual motive, I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that because that's dumb. The biggest issue with the movie that's going to hold it back for a lot of people, I mean, you might not be into the comedy, completely subjective, that is what it is. But the biggest thing is that the slasher elements really take a back seat, and that sucks. It's rated R, but like it may as well not be. There's one kill that was pretty good, pretty bloody. A lot of it is off-screen or a quick stab and then a cutaway. Very uncreative kills. A lot of them are just stabs. It's not excessively gory or bloody or creative in that department at all. Even when you think it might be going there, it doesn't. And especially at the beginning, I was really getting concerned. Every kill was a cutaway, and I was like, what is going on? Please don't let the whole movie be like this. Like, what is the point? It got better as it went along, but that really held it back, and I don't really know why they did that. Maybe these guys just aren't a fan of overly gory stuff. Maybe that's not what they wanted to focus on. But I liked the characters, I liked the comedy, and so if you had the kills as well, this would have been great. It's rated R, you're killing people. If you're gonna do it, do it. I did hear beforehand that that was the case, so I was primed for that, but it was still disappointing. I think you definitely need to know it going in, and if it means you can't enjoy it, you can't enjoy it. Clearly, that's just not what they wanted to focus on. I don't know why that is. And I still enjoyed it regardless, but it would have been elevated quite a bit higher if the slasher element was executed as well as everything else, but it's definitely a backseat. Even though I got a lot of laughs out of the quirkiness of these characters and how weird and ridiculous they could sometimes be, there were a few spots where I thought they were a little too unrealistically stupid. Like, you're not falling for this, right? Like, it's getting to the point where your stupidity is actually affecting the way the plot turns out. Are you actually this dumb? Oh, you are. A few moments like that, but for the most part, I thought it worked for comedy. I also wish we had gotten to learn a little bit more about the main character's life outside of the summer camp. I liked him, and his arc was very well done, and you just see throughout the film how awkward he is interacting with all these other people, how hard he's trying to be the best camp counselor he can be, and you can kind of see how he's struggling in his life to do anything outside of this, because this is so very clearly just what he's used to, and he feels like this is all he has and what he's good at. I wish we had gotten to know a little bit more specifics of what he was doing in his life on the outside, other than like a couple lines here and there. But still, overall, enjoyed the execution of that arc. It's obviously a simple, fairly predictable story. It's a camp slasher, but I had a good time. It was carried by the characters and the comedy. That's not going to work for some people. Some people are going to just be completely uninterested without those good kills, and some might not like the comedy. But I still thought it worked pretty well for what it did. I would watch it again. I was thoroughly entertained. It's frustrating because it could have been significantly better. Just have the blood spraying everywhere, man. That's just what we want. You know, people remember Kevin Bacon getting stabbed in the neck. And then all the weird shit that happens in this movie, the hot dog water, the bees, the curling iron, just batshit. There isn't that moment of actual slashing that is going to stand out in this one, which really holds it back. But I still had a good time because of all its positive elements. I don't know what else these guys are interested in doing as writers or directors, if they're interested in doing other horror, other types of slashers, whatever. But I'd be curious to see whatever they want to bring us next. I'm still waiting for a good horror movie this year that's just like a straight up, actually kind of creepy horror. All the best ones this year have been horror comedy, very lighthearted, or like The Gorge, which was horror action romance. That was a lot of genres, but I haven't seen anything this year that could be considered scary, and I'm waiting on that still. But this was all just my opinion. Leave your thoughts down in the comments. Did you appreciate the comedy? Did it not work for you? Were you okay with the slasher element taking a back seat, or did that completely kill the movie for you? Did you like the characters? Whatever you think, agree, disagree, let's have the conversation down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.